Hey guys, Caleb here, and welcome back to yet another video. And today we got some crazy stuff happening involving the Final Fantasy VII Remake. As of March 31st / April 1st, Square decided to give the go-ahead on releasing the game in stores in Europe and Australia. I was streaming last night, and people in my chat, they were talking about how people were streaming the game already, despite the fact that Square isn't really allowing that sort of thing until the embargo date is released, which is usually the day before that the game is officially released, which would be April 9th in this case. However, none of that seemed to really matter. As far as shipping dates for the game, whether you bought the game the original way, the deluxe edition, or the first class edition, there were some people who just had very expected dates for the game. And some people got it that day that I was talking about, March 31st or April 1st, or some people may just be getting it way after the official release of the game. It's kind of a messed up situation right now. I myself bought the first class edition earlier this month on March 4th, and I have yet to receive an email at all. Some people in my chat also bought the first class edition or the deluxe edition, and they got emails that the game was being shipped already and would be there prior to the release date, so they would be able to play it. But it seems like just a toss-up. You don't really know when you're going to be able to get it. Obviously, the main component of this havoc, I would say, is the C word. The virus going around, and obviously shipping and multiple other things are being affected pretty heavily globally, and this is a pretty big wrench in their plan to officially release the game, well, on April 10th. There's a tweet from them that I'm going to read off that kind of explains their reasoning behind everything, so here goes. Final Fantasy VII Remake team have worked extremely hard to make this game, and we are incredibly proud of what you are about to play. Our biggest motivator during the development was that so many of you were willing us on, and we felt your enthusiasm and passion every step of the way. We had some hard decisions to make during the final few weeks before launch due to disruption to distribution channels caused by the spread of COVID-19 virus. These unique circumstances have made it very difficult to align timing of our global shipping. Our highest priority is that all of you, including those who live in countries currently facing the biggest disruption, can play the game at launch. So we made the decision to ship the game far earlier than usual to Europe and Australia. As a result, there is a greater chance that some of you in these regions will now get a copy of the game prior to the worldwide release date of April 10th. For other Western regions, including the Americas, copies will be shipped this week, and we feel optimistic that most of you will receive the game for launch day. However, due to the challenging situation, we cannot provide delivery dates for each country and each retailer. So that's reasonable. I mean, COVID has definitely put a wrench in a lot of shipping dates and just everything in general, like I said before. But this next one's a bit weird. We really want all of you looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Remake to play the game on April 10th and experience everything we have been working on together. To everyone, we would like to ask one big favor. If you get the game early, please think of others and don't spoil it for them. We know there are potential spoilers that have been out there for over 2 decades, as the original Final Fantasy VII was released in 1997. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is a new game that still has many surprises for everyone. All our fans and players deserve to experience the game for themselves, and we ask for the support of our dedicated community around the world to ensure that. On behalf of the entire development team and everyone around the world that has worked on getting Final Fantasy VII Remake to you all, thanks again for your support, and most importantly, please stay safe. Katase and Nomura. Now, this last portion is a bit weird to me for the simple fact that if they are going to allow these distributors to sell the game almost 8, 9, sometimes 10 days before the official release, but they're worried about people spoiling the game. Maybe they should have guidelines about not being able to produce content, aka streaming the game on Twitch, a really, really large platform. I have trouble believing that they would be oblivious to this sort of thing. The Kingdom Hearts 3 had a similar problem on its release, but come on guys, this isn't Kingdom Hearts 3, this is fucking Final Fantasy 7. But the big elephant in the room is, why doesn't Square just officially release the digital codes for all regions? It seems like there's just some dead air, because other people, based on where you live, are able to play it now and stream it, freely if they like. It just seems to go against what they say. If they're worried about people spoiling it, why not, I don't know, prevent them from making content, putting it on YouTube, streaming it on Twitch, etc. Just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Now, I'm not really pissed at Square for any of this, because they're probably shitting their britches right now as we speak. I mean, it's almost like they opened up a can of worms and they can't really close it, because if they do, it's going to make the situation just a bit worse. Another odd thing is that I know Square partners personally, and they have not received any email of getting any early access to the game, which is part of what they are signed up for. So that's a bit odd. It seems just a bit unfair for somebody who's not part of Square Enix partner program to receive the game multiple days before a partner should. It just seems a bit weird, but again, I'm sure Square is not really happy with the whole situation, but again, it's not really able to be fixed at the moment. So for me, and I'm sure many others, this kind of dampens the hype for the launch day. I had a really big plan for either April 9th or 10th, whenever I did get the game, early or not. It was going to be a massive day. It just feels good, like it's today. It's launch day, let's fucking go. But with other people playing the game, like 9 days before the game is officially released, it doesn't really seem to have an official launch day, because it's just a toss-up for whoever gets to play it. Some people may not even be able to get to play it until April 14th, 15th, 16th, and who knows, maybe even longer than that. So that's horrible. And I know this isn't Square's fault. It is massively affected by the C-word virus. So again, I'm not blaming them, I'm not blaming distributors, but I'm just venting of how I feel about the situation. And I'm sure many others feel the exact same way that I do. And I realize that, based on someone else's experience, them being able to play the game well before I can, it shouldn't affect my experience of it, but it's just a weird vibe, is all. This was one of the most anticipated games, probably of all time, and now it seems like something beautiful kind of got ruined a little bit. It doesn't really seem as special anymore. But what's done is done. Square obviously created a beautiful game, because everybody who has played it has said nothing but good things about it, as it should be. It's Final Fantasy VII, the greatest game of all time. So that's good. At least they did that job correctly. Now they just got to sit back and hopefully try to put the top on the can of worms that they opened, but probably not going to work out too well. Everybody's pretty happy as it is, it seems. People over in Europe and Australia, that is. So, since Square kind of gave the okay for Australia and Europe to officially sell the game, hopefully that comes sooner than later in America. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on an official copy, despite the fact that I bought it 3 times: the deluxe edition, a regular hard copy, and the first class. But for the content creators that were really looking forward to the same kind of feeling that I was, the launch day hype and everything, we're just going to have to play it by ear and play the game whenever we can, I suppose. And I'm sure when we boot up that game on our PS4, the feeling of grief that we have been feeling is going to go away pretty damn fast when we see that intro screen. When the official video game Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be on our monitor, and we're going to go fucking crazy, so. But anyway, that'll be today's video. A little bit of a downer, but nonetheless, the game will be officially released, and all will hopefully be normal with it, the situation, when that time comes. So definitely expect tons of footage on that. So I do plan on releasing 1 or 2 more official Final Fantasy VII videos explaining FAQ or something like that. So look forward to that. And guys, thank you for watching. Got my cat back there making all kinds of noise. So like, subscribe, you know, all that shit, you know. You get this video to 25,000 likes. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? It'd be good for the algorithm. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.